Certainly not the rotation the Wolverines wanted or needed, but well done there to Sophie Parenti, leading things off with that 9.825. I believe it was a little low, personally, but shout out to Jazara Ranger, Carly Bauman rounding it out, and truly impressive 9.425 from Kaylee Boozer with a fall.
Michigan will be their chance to hit the floor when we get back to the Chrysler Center. Coverage begins at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Belly will be rocking for that event, and take a look at the updated standings.
See UCLA there with that 5-0, and you're seeing that performance from there today, but exciting to see Minnesota Michigan State tied at 5-1 in conference play. The Wolverines and Penn State tied at 4-1, but I'm excited about Maryland. Maryland's knocking at the door there in the Big Ten standings.
You take a look at the Road to Nationals rankings. You see UCLA at 2, Michigan State at 7, and then check out the Big Ten teams. Minnesota 13, Michigan 15, Nebraska 20, Illinois 21, Ohio State, Penn State 25, and you just talked about Maryland as well.
Love to see Big Ten teams represented in the top 25, and I think the best is still yet to come.
A lot of Jordan Childs fans. Jordan Childs with a 9.975 on the floor. Brooklyn Moore's magical on the floor.
And can't forget Macy McGowan. I love to see her thriving with that 9.9 in the third spot.
So the team score through 3 rotations with the big performance on the floor for UCLA. They're the best in the nation for a reason. 148-125. Michigan on the beam, 147-45. This is the beam lineup for UCLA. Emily Lee with a career high 9.95, season high 9.925. That was her score last week.
The Bruins have really brought it on balance beam this year. 6 out of 6 stuck dismounts last week in their competition. Emily is the perfect athlete to start off the final rotation for the Bruins.
You said it, Olivia, as a team, UCLA 3rd in the nation on the beam.
Gorgeous opening combination, front aerial to a split jump. One of my favorite parts of Emily Lee on balance beam is the tempo switch in her dance. She goes from quicker movements to really drawing out her arms and her positioning. Floaty back handspring layout, step out, perfectly in control. Perfect position, exceeding 180 degrees on both her split and her straddle position. Just the dismount to round out Emily's day. Back handspring, gainer full to a stuck landing. She truly carbon copies that routine week after week. Is such a perfect athlete to set the tone for the Bruins balance beam lineup. Hips open there on that dismount, resulting in the perfect stuck landing.
So high fives for Emily Lee. Michigan ranked number 15 in the floor, and they're also ranked number 15 in the country. Their leadoff will be Sophie Parenti with a 9.85 career high. Last week, a 9.825.
From one fantastic leadoff to another, Sophie Parenti is the perfect person to start this rotation off for the Wolverines.
Lee with a 9.9.
Opening skill, double pike, small falter of the left foot, Looked like she was a little unsure of the landing, so had to slightly shuffle. Nice job on her jump combination. A little bit under, shy of perfect rotation on the first leap, but well done on the second jump combination jump. Finishing it out here with her combination, 1.5 to front full. Love the rise of the second salto. And a great controlled landing to conclude her evening. Jumps have been a really critical part of this season as athletes are only doing 2 passes. They need to get difficulty. So in that replay, you did see she was undercut a little on the first jump, but that final pass, complicated 1.5 to a front full, knew exactly where she was.
Some decent lead off. See Emily Lee with the 9.9. Now Jordan Childs with a 9.975. Career high, 9.9 season high. She's still rocking that guitar that she was rocking on the floor.
Opening skill here for Jordan. Back handspring layout, step out. Slight bobble, but well done and staying grounded on the balance beam and not reacting to the wobble, creating a potentially larger wobble. Thought on her feet there, a little off, and added some choreography. Keep her steady.
Tying her career high with a 9.85 for Michigan on the floor.
Solid side aerial for Jordan. Just the dismount, round off, double full, see if she can find the landing. That's well done. Perfect position, square with the balance beam. Love seeing her start this routine off with the unique mount element. There was that handspring layout step out, dip in the left shoulder, but remain tight in her body. Side aerial directly on top of the balance beam, and the exclamation point of the routine, the double full, holding that landing position to show control and to conclude her evening.
The only all-arounder, so all-around will belong to her. So here's Peyton Davis, career best 9.85 set this year.
Combination, front layout to a Rudy, perfect controlled step.
Jordan Childs, 9.85 on the beam.
Great work on her 3 jump elements. Before her final pass, concluding with a double pike. Perfectly stopped, didn't even need to lunge. to see her open up a bit here at the end of the routine. Well done from Peyton Davis. A freshman head coach, Bev Clocky, says has immaculate potential and just needs to gain more confidence in competition. But we're seeing that confidence grow week over week. And right here, beautiful straight legs in the air, double pike. And that is a controlled landing from the freshman.
Full stop controlled landing. Incredible crowd here at Chrysler as college women's gymnastics off the charts. Today's attendance, 11,314. And dare I say, Olivia Karras, it's an honor to be here.
I love to see a packed Chrysler House. Shout out to everyone here. Well done with the energy.
Shea Campbell, 9.925 career high.
Mentioned we're only seeing Shea on 2 events tonight. She, along with Jordan Childs, is a critical all-arounder.
Peyton Davis tying her career high with a 9.85.
New series for Shea this year. Back handspring, layout 2 feet. Love to see the smirk from her after knowing that was her first big test. Now she can settle in to the routine. Good job working through her jumps. Had a slight shoulder dip in between the switch half and the split jump. Kept her arms moving. Good full turn. Dismount for Shea, cartwheel, gainer full. Holds on to the landing, brings the shoulders down, so while her feet did not move, the judges will deduct for a slight bobble of the shoulders, but it is remarkable to see her confidence grow. And speaking of confidence, how can you not be after a skill like that? Little smirk there, knowing what she did. And the height on this cartwheel gainer full is top notch. Grabs the mat with her toes. It's really fun to see her find her stride on this event.
Sophia Diaz, who has had herself a good day, her career best, floor 9.9. Looking forward to her performance.
Sophia, front double full. Good job. A little under rotation on that first skill you saw head on. She was just shy of finishing the turn. The judges are looking for that in each element.
Campbell with a 9.875 on the beam for the Bruins.
And final pass for Sophia, her combination. Rudy into a beautiful layout step out. Great work from Sophia Diaz, truly a freshman with such an exciting career ahead of her. There's that opening pass, you see just a little shy of perfectly around, but nothing shy here. Big Rudy directly into a layout step out. One of my favorites, so elegant yet aggressive.
Brooklyn Moores, I still feel a little bit levitated by her performance on the floor. Her career best on the beam, 9.9, and she's on the beam now for UCLA.
Well known for her beautiful work on floor exercise, Brooklyn brings that same intensity to balance beam. That aerial back handspring, incredibly certain of her movements. Love choreography out of that. Cat leap to a side aerial. Great job staying on top of the balance beam, even when you're moving. Oh no, oh, wow. Incredible work there, staying on the apparatus and not falling off. It will be a decent sized deduction, but impressive balance work. It's just the dismount, a front tuck with a full twist, to a stuck landing. You can tell by her face that she isn't thrilled by that, but incredible work staying on the apparatus. I truly don't know how she did that.
Strength.
This was great. The arms continue moving, puts them in the perfect spot. Well, let's take a look at this. She does the V jump into the split half. It just seemed her toes were off the balance beam and her chest dipped to the side, which resulted in the large wobble. But she knows how to find the landing on that dismount. While it wasn't a perfect routine, still a pretty good birthday.
Kaylee Boozer, 9.9 career high, season high, 9.85 a week ago. You have heard the stories about the improvement she has made. She was committed to it and is being rewarded for that extra work.
Opening pass for Kaylee, her combination, front through into a double tuck. Excellent control.
She is a young woman full of good vibes, positive, always dancing, always making sure her teammates are good.
Into a front layout. It's a little low on the front layout, but did great work bringing her chest up. And a lovely finish to that routine. A shaky day for her over on balance beam, but love to see her come back and hit a great floor set. Good momentum out of the front tuck. Beautiful position there on the double tuck. See exactly where her shoulder is. A little bit back in her shoulders on the landing of that front layout, but she used her core to bring herself up for a controlled step forward.
It's Moores with a 9.675. Remember that major bobble. Senna Alipio from San Jose now on the beam for the Bruins.
Sienna is a true specialist, competing just in balance beam for the Bruins.
Boozer with a 9.875 on the floor for Michigan.
Triple series here for Sienna. Two back handsprings into a layout step out. Brings the arms right up and solid in the positioning. Showing off her flexibility. Punctual side aerial exactly on top of the balance beam. Nice job hitting 180 degrees in both split positions. Let's see if she can finish this off with a stick. Tuck full off the end of the beam. A ridiculously difficult skill. And big hugs from assistant coach Lacey Dagan, former Oregon State standout. Already confident as she mounts the beam, but this is so difficult. Keeps the toes together. And it looks like Jordan stopped by the concession stand in between watching her teammates. Can I have some?
She's already got the blue tongue from the blue cotton candy. Carly Ballman in position 5 on the floor. 9.925 career high, season high, set this year. 9.9 last week. She's been really consistent. Livio with a 9.9 for UCLA on the beam.
For Carly, front double full. Beautiful job. Perfectly finished that double twist. Stepped directly into her dance.
And stepped directly to the camera, which is what Bev wanted.
That's true, she did. For Carly, combination 1.5 to a front layout. Gorgeous job. The rise on that layout after the 1.5 was textbook. Great work from the super senior. It never gets old competing in front of your home crowd. And knowing she only has a few more of these left at Chrysler, gotta soak them all in.
Olivia, her development as you look at this last pass is just amazing.
Tired here at the end of the routine, so you have to trust your body and your timing on the punch between those two elements. That's exactly what Carly did.
Think about her hanging out with Wojcik and Brooks and all of those superstars, and now it's her turn.
That's right.
All right, last to go. Career best 10 for Emma Malabuyo. She has had a 10, a 9.997 this year, 9.825 last week.
Saw that wolf turn to open up the routine. Very difficult element. Solid back handspring layout, step out. I love how she turns her front foot on the landing to secure herself on the balance beam. Front aerial to a beat jump, right into a swing down. Incredibly elegant skill, even more difficult to do in combination.
Ballman tying her career high on the floor with a 9.925 for Michigan.
Take a look at those jumps. Split jump into a split ring, took her eyes off the balance beam. As if beam isn't hard enough, just take your eyes off of them. This is truly stellar from Emma. Let's see if she can find that stuck landing. Little scooch backward. I do not believe it was perfectly stuck, but regardless, that score will certainly erase the 9.675 from Brooklyn Moores and bump UCLA's team score up at least a few tenths. The precision needed for that skill is so important. And there's that small scooch backward, about a 0.5 tenth deduction if I could guess. but Emma Malabuyo always delivering for her team.
So in the anchor spot for Bev Blocky, a freshman, Jazara Ranger, ready to row 9.9, her best score in her rookie campaign. Emma with a 9.9 for the Bruins on the beam.
For Jazara, big double layout. That's how you do it. Gorgeous job. Perfect 180-degree position in both of her jumps.
This young woman is packed with muscles.
Final pass here. Excellent amplitude into that double tuck. The front layout had such forward momentum, and the double tuck was just the perfect place she needed for a zero deduction landing. To think we get 3 more years of Jazara Ranger is truly a gift. That routine is excellent. Here's that opening pass, a big double layout. Good job with the position in the air, and I love that she gets her chest up on the landing. This was well done. The forward momentum of the front layout step out into the double tuck, holds the front foot down, and a controlled step to finish her day.
Exhibition time. UCLA freshman Mika Webster Longan. See the beam score is in. Look at this mount.
Mounts are so fascinating because you just have to get on the beam. You don't have to do anything fancy. But it's always so exciting and entertaining when athletes show us their talents in such a beautiful way. Good full turn for Mika. Her triple series, 2 back handsprings to a layout step out. Just didn't look like she finished that final skill. She was almost off before she could reach her final landing position. Fortunate fall for Mika, though this is an exhibition, so the score will not count for the team total, but is meant for her to have an opportunity to compete.
Meanwhile, Michigan with a season-high floor score of 49.4.
Off there on her jump connection. It looks like her arms were just a little wobbly, were not placed in a tight position. And a sky-high 1.5 twist with a large hop forward. Regardless of the fall and the wobble on her jumps, getting the competition experience as a freshman is so important. We saw her on 3 other events, so she's certainly doing her job for the Wolverines, and this will not be the last time we see her on balance beam.
Paige Thaxton, exhibition for Michigan. Paige with a 9.875 career high, 9.85 season high. Look at her team with a new season high at 49.4, including Carly with tied another career high.
While the Wolverines performed very well on floor exercise, it's super important that your 7th athlete, the one who could step in at any time, is ready to go. Full twisting double back. She did step forward, so for a 0, she would have had to step backward. But that was one of her better landings that I've seen her do recently. Good job getting that final jump all the way around. Now Paige has been struggling with some ankle pain, so kept her out of floor for a few weeks, but it's really nice to see her back on the apparatus. It looks like she just wasn't.
Crowd.
Her positive vibes here. Not sure what happened, but hopefully happy to see her walk off.
Michigan fight song playing as Michigan with a season high, but it's Coach McDonald's team on the beam with a 49-4-2-5 will give UCLA a win with 197.55. Michigan will finish at 196.85. We'll be back to wrap it up. Talk to Coach McDonald from Chrysler Center. A great matchup. UCLA wins it over Michigan. But number 2, UCLA gets the win on the road with a 197.55. Michigan impressive, including a season high on the floor with a 196.85. And we're pleased to be joined by the head coach of the UCLA Bruins, Coach Janelle McDonald. And congratulations on the win in front of 11,000. You could really feel the energy here.
Yeah, the energy was amazing. It was a really fun day to come out here and get to compete and against such a great team. But the energy was in the building because of this amazing crowd.
Janelle, there were a couple bobbles here from your team, but the team rallied together to really put together a full meet. Talk about that.
Yeah, I just told the team, I'm really proud of how they turned the page and made sure to finish the meet strong. They stay intentional throughout the entire competition, and that's why we're able to really just finish the meet how we want to and walk away really proud of what we did today.
We talked about it pre-meet, but you really are becoming the new Showtime as far as performances out of California. UCLA is the real deal when they come off the bus.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Hollywood's in our backyard, so we want to put on a show out there, and we want to, entertain the fans as much as we want to lock in and compete well.
All right, congratulations and good luck the rest of the season as UCLA gets it done. Of course, Jordan Childs wins the all-around. Olivia, your thoughts on an impressive day?
So many highlights from this competition. Specifically, I'm so pleased with that team total on floor exercise from the Michigan Wolverines after a shaky balance beam rotation, but it was all UCLA this evening, really putting together a full, complete competition, as Coach McDonald said, having each other's backs, being intentional with their gymnastics, and coming away with a critical win-loss, the win against the Wolverines. But I'm proud of the Wolverines. I think they're really starting to put it together. Specifically on vault today, we saw something we haven't seen all season.
All right, Olivia Karras, great to be back at your alma mater with you. Great to be with 11,000 plus and everybody watching on the Big Ten Network. That will indeed wrap it up from Michigan, where the final score is UCLA at 197.55, knocking off Michigan. Coming up next, it's another episode of On the Beam. For my stat man, Mike McHugh, and our incredible crew, the great Olivia Karras, I'm Dean Linke saying good night from Ann Arbor and congratulations to UCLA on the win.